everybody went one way, and CJ had it on the wing. But they won't have to worry about that at this point because they're going to shoot some free throws.
They got Dozier, number 4. And Brown at the line for 2. 55.3 seconds left in our championship game here in San Juan. John Sciambi, Fran Fraschilla, Hubert Davis with you. And good defense, great energy on both ends of the court. Dante Jackson back in, and Terrell Holloway, the freshman, sits.
You know, what's fun is to see two teams that went very, very far last year. Each of them has lost 3 great players for their programs. And both of these teams are going to be very, very good basketball teams over the course of the season. Not quite as good, Memphis, obviously. It's impossible to be. But this is exactly what we expected on the defensive end.
Xavier lost their defensive ace in Stanley Burrell, one of the top defensive guards in the country. He graduated last year. Mack to the rim. Nice move.
You know what's amazing about that? They backed off of him, and he still was able to get by. John Calipari's got 2 timeouts left. Doesn't need to use them because the clock stops in the last minute.
They try to trap Jackson, and a timeout. And Sean Miller wants to get his freshman back in the game. Wanted to get Terrell Holloway back in. So Xavier up by a point. 30.7 seconds left in this one. And this would be a monstrous win for the Musketeers. The 2008 World Series of Poker coming up next. And I'll tell you what, if Xavier pulls this off, 3 impressive wins. Missouri, Virginia Tech, and then Memphis. One of the things so impressive in the early going of this season, late stages, freshmen in the game, and having to get big minutes out of them. Xavier on the season and tonight about the same.
No, you're right. And what happens is the upperclassmen pull the freshmen along with them. And it starts back in the summertime with the preseason conditioning, the weight room, and then once they get to practice, it's a mindset that we win at Xavier. Same thing is true at Memphis now, obviously. Right. But when you're a young player and you come into these winning programs, it's up to the older guys to teach you how to win in games like that.
And everybody can learn, including the coaches, because Sean Miller in game 1 up 3 with seconds to go fouled Missouri rather than let them get a chance at the 3. Remember 2007 NCAA tournament, Ron Lewis hits the 3, sends it to overtime, and Sean Miller said, you know what, if we were going to lose that game, I wanted to say we would lose a different way, and we learned back then. We learned the hard way. So even the coaches can learn.
Right now, if you're Memphis, if you don't get a quick foul, you're going to have to trap, I should say. You're going to have to foul.
Holloway splits the 2 defenders. They get the foul.
And you're putting somebody at the free throw line that has been there before in this tournament and knocking down 10 free throws in the clutch against Missouri.
You know what the scary part is? I agree with you. I'd love to have him out there, but he's actually due to miss one. And if he doesn't, I'll tell you what, he's going to start shooting their technical fouls. And as a freshman, that's pretty good. Because he has been money.
25 of 26 to start the season for the freshman from Hempstead, New York. You can book that one.
Man, that's ice water.
Gets them both.
I think you'll agree, Hubert, it's too early to foul, I think, in terms of not letting them shoot the 3.
It is still, and then from an offensive standpoint, you still got enough time. You can still go for a quick 2 offensively.
I agree with that.
You don't have to go for the 3 now.
Evans does go for it and misses it. Dozier, though, the big rebound, and they got Derek Brown on the foul. Brown.
And I hate to say this because Tariq Evans is going to be a good player. But you don't need the three in that situation. The percentage play is drive it, because Sean Miller's